Ilan, again, you are experts in social media.
Yes.
And now we cannot live without social media. Everybody's involved in social media, but around that there are a lot of myths, a lot of reality, and a lot of fake news. We go after, oh wow, he's important because many followers. How is it important, it's correct to follow somebody? What do you think about social media and all these influencers there?
Look, influencers marketing is one of the biggest and fast things that we have today. And unfortunately, most of the brands look at the followers count of the influencers, how many followers they have, how many likes, and this is the wrong way to see it today. At a fast-growing market, you have also a lot of failures, such as a lot of influencers buy likes, buy fake followers.
Can't you do that? Because many people say, no, you cannot do it.
Oh,
They can do it.
Yes.
of course.
They can do it, and they do it.
And they do it a lot.
So our mission in Shout is to detect that and to let the brands and the agencies understand better which of the influencers they should work with.
Tell me something. When I'm looking at an influencer and I see that he has 3 million followers or 100,000 followers, how to know? Yes, if somebody can know it's a good influencer, it can be just because it has a lot of followers. Do I have to follow him or her, or do I have to contact him? What is how to determine? Because many people
don't need to do that. In the past, a lot of the measurements came from how many likes, how many comments.
Engagement rate.
This is the engagement rate of the post. But today, you should see who the audience of the influencers, where the likes came from, and if the influencers uses bots to increase his followers count. And a lot of new measurements that today you should do and think.
like a person, normal person, when I see somebody, I like to follow people who has a lot of likes or a lot of followers. Not looking at what they put just because, oh, she must be famous. And curious, whatever the famous people said, they are correct. It doesn't matter if he's correct or not, but it's good for a normal person, for a kid, a junior, to follow everybody because it has a lot of followers.
This is the main problem, because where all the followers came from? Maybe I bought all the followers from India or China or something like that, and then I have 1 million followers, but they don't exist.
Right.
So the number doesn't matter at all.
Today you can be an influencer in 1 second. You can buy 1 million followers in 1 second and to be an influencer.
To become an influencer with a number, not to become a real influencer.
Exactly.
Now, not everything that an influencer tells, it's correct, or it has to be a law, or it has to be the most important thing, because we go after, if he has 1 million followers or 1,000 followers or I don't know how many, and he says the sky is green, we believe the sky is green. Is that correct? To believe, to see, or do we have to check what he's posting, what he's doing? I'm not talking about only Instagram, because there is Instagram, there is Facebook, there is YouTube, there's
a lot of social networks,
yes.
but you need to validate his content. You need to understand better if he fits to your brand, if he can be your ambassador. And measurements is one way, but content is also very important.
In YouTube, which one of the social media do you recommend more? Because they are different. One thing is Instagram, for example. Instagram is just a photo and a post and some words. You cannot put there a whole story. You cannot. You have to get them by a photo. Facebook, you have a little bit more, and YouTube, you have a video.
Yeah.
So, which one is better to use with influencers?
It depends about your goals
Yes.
of the campaign. If you're a brand that wants to convert to your website, for instance, you should use YouTube, because this is a very good social network for conversion. But if you a brand that wants to
Increase
create content, or maybe to do a brand awareness, Instagram is very great for you. So it depends about your goals of the campaign.
And Twitter and Facebook, what is happening with them? Which ones are the things? Because everybody says now, I don't use Facebook. Facebook is for all people, all right, all people. 35 years old, all people, 35. Twitter, it's, but many people say, I will buy, and will remember in campaigns, in politics and everything, send a tweet. It really helps a tweet from somebody. If somebody, it's useful. Maybe if it's Donald Trump or Netanyahu, but.
Yes, but Twitter is still relevant for influencers.
Yes.
Facebook is also relevant, but not in an organic way, because the reach in Facebook is not so good, like Instagram. Instagram is very good. So if you want to use Facebook, I recommend to use communities on Facebook. Right. Twitter is also relevant.
And YouTube is still going like...
YouTube is very good social network for influencers, especially for e-commerce brands, and also if you want to do unboxing for a product.
All right. To finish this part or to speak about this, what do you recommend for a normal person to choose an influencer in any platform, and for a brand to choose an influencer for their brand, maybe to be an ambassador, to use for a campaign, because it's different if you want to use it to be your image, and every time be posting about that, or if you want him to do just a post.
First of all, as a brand, you need to set your goals of the campaign. Yes. After you set your goals of the campaign, you should think about your right social network. As I said, conversion is YouTube, brand awareness, Instagram. So it depends about your goals. After that, you should think about your creative, what you want to achieve with the influencer. And then you need to choose your specific influencer, the right one for your social networks and for your creative.
What do you have to check when you are taking an influencer? Don't go inside all the details, because we are going to speak about, but just to say which ones are the most important things to check when you are going to pick up an influencer. He's beautiful, he's nice, he has good photos, he has a lot of followers. What is the metrica to say?
On Instagram, for instance, I want to say how many followers he has and how many likes, but unfortunately, it's not good. It's not good enough today. So I need to say honestly, you need to check his audience. You need to check his likes. You need to check if he uses bots. You need to check his content to validate it. It's not only the numbers today, unfortunately.
It used to be only the engagement rate and how many followers.
For many people, it's very important the number of how many followers. Yes. Is that when I'm looking, many compare and say, this is good, this is bad. This has 1 million followers and this one has only 50,000 followers.
Yeah, but
is that number relevant, or it's not relevant for everybody?
Let's say you took a model, okay,
yes,
and she has 1 million followers.
Yes.
But your target audience is to go to the Mexican market, but she has 90% of her followers from India.
All right. If they are from India, they are not real followers, most of them, but it doesn't matter. So to conclude this part, it doesn't matter. The most important part is not a matter of number.
Yes. So the number is a quality.
Of quality. And that's something that Shout
does.
Exactly.
Right?
All right. Let's do it.